Don't miss any content. Don't forget to subscribe and click the notification bell.
Guys, welcome back to the channel. The Premier League has begun, and I'm sure you enjoyed the opening weekend of the English Premier League. Fulham versus Arsenal and so many other fixtures that took place on Saturday. Today I'm going to tell you about something interesting that happened in the lead up to the game between Fulham and Arsenal. A Ghanaian player, Nketiah, he plays for the England under-21 but is of Ghanaian heritage, has had a bust up with one of his teammates, Ceballos. Now Ceballos is on loan from Real Madrid. This is his second stint on loan. I'm going to explain to you what happened between these two in the bust up that happened in the lead up to the season opener with Fulham. Also, we're going to talk about Kevin Prince Boateng, and now Kevin Prince Boateng was on loan at Besiktas the last 6 months of the season. Unfortunately, he could not hold up to that. He could not stay with them permanently, making his wage demands a bit too much for them. He had to leave Besiktas, and Besiktas let him go back to his parent club, Fiorentina. Now back at Fiorentina training with them, it is deemed that he might be surplus to requirements, so he is on his way to another club. Which club that is, I'll be revealing to you today. And Kudus Mohammed's coach is hoping for the best for the Ghanaian. He's hoping that he does well in the upcoming season and hoping he lives up to the hype that has come with him. As usual, subscribe if you haven't, click on the notification bell to get more updates. So I'll start off from the camp of Kevin Prince Boateng. Now Kevin Prince Boateng, a subject of transfer talk in recent times after his loan stint, 6-month loan stint at Besiktas in the Turkish Super League. He impressed there, but not enough for them to make a permanent decision on him. The Ghanaian left Besiktas and now has joined his parent club Fiorentina, where according to reports, another club is interested in signing him. It is a former club of his, and it is Las Palmas in the La Liga. They are interested in signing the Ghanaian once again after he impressed in his time in Spain with them. Now Fiorentina are thinking that the Ghanaian will not be needed in their squad this season. 33 years of age, it is deemed that possibly Kevin Prince Boateng is better off not playing for them. Whether that will bear fruit, whether he will join Las Palmas or not, we are yet to find out. But the story is saying here that Kevin Prince Boateng has been made an offer by Las Palmas. He has had offers from MLS clubs, and he has been declared surplus to requirements at Fiorentina after returning from his loan spell with Besiktas. But the former Portsmouth ace wants a move in and around Europe. Las Palmas are working on re-signing the nomadic forward ahead of the upcoming season. Now the Yellow Submarines have offered Boateng a new 3-year deal if he should join them, and it's up to him. The Boateng spent his 2016-2017 time with Las Palmas. He left La Liga to join Eintracht Frankfurt, where he won the DFB Pokal with them, and it looks like they want him back. They want him back into their fold, and I don't know, maybe the prop Ghanaian would move there. Kevin Prince Boateng might be interested in a move there, with Fiorentina deeming him as surplus to requirements in their squad. As to whether he will join them is another issue altogether. So we'll have a wait and stay and see how it unfolds. This news of Kevin Prince Boateng possibly joining Las Palmas, it's still developing. My next story has to do with the Premier League opener on Saturday, in which Fulham took on Arsenal. In the lead up to that game, Ghanaian player, he is in the person of Nketiah, former Ghanaian player, had a bust up with Ceballos. Ceballos is on his second loan stint with Arsenal from Real Madrid. The move has not been made permanent, but Ceballos had a great first season with Arsenal on loan from Real Madrid, and it looks like he wanted to stay a bit longer, and the Gunners have obliged along with Real Madrid. In the lead up to that game, Nketiah and Ceballos had an altercation as teammates. They had an exchange before the game started. Now the players who were both named on the pitch seemed to be engaged in an argument during the warm-up. It took place after a short passing drill, and the flashpoint came when Ceballos, who has just returned to Arsenal from a season-long loan from Real Madrid, caught Nketiah with a late challenge as he tried to claim a loose ball. Now the young Gunners clearly said something to his Spanish teammate, who responded by angrily shoving Nketiah away before shouting at him as he prepared to restart the training drill. Things then appeared to calm down before the pair went at it again after another challenge by Ceballos, which ended with Nketiah kicking the ball at the Spanish international. Now Ceballos then shoved Nketiah again, and the pair squared up before said Kolasinac got involved with the Bosnia international getting his large frame between the two players and shepherding Ceballos away to prevent things from escalating any further. And now the warm-up eventually continued with an evidently agitated Eddie Nketiah joining Bukayo Saka and Joe Willock near the center circle, well away from Ceballos, who was clearly still angered by the incident. Now members of Arteta's coaching staff saw this incident, and Arsenal's manager was no doubt informed about it, and he had gone on as the team made their way back into the dressing room to get ready for kickoff. Thankfully, they made up before the game with a picture here of the two of them smiling at each other. These things happen. It happens, it's part of the game, and we're happy they just made up and got back together. I just explained to you why Eddie Nketiah and Dani Ceballos seem to be involved in an altercation, and this was the reason why. Quite normal, they are back together, nothing is wrong with them. Posted by the official Twitter handle of Arsenal and by Dani Ceballos on Dani Ceballos' Instagram account, with the pair sharing a photograph together and smiling about it. It happens, and this is normal. This wasn't anything that needed to be blown up, but hey, just clarity there on that issue. And Eddie Nketiah and Dani Ceballos are good friends once again. We're thankful for that. Arsenal won that game 3-0, in case you're wondering. A swashbuckling start to the season for the Gunners. Who many people are laughing at that they want the season to end now. Tomorrow I'll be reviewing the Ghanaian players' performances abroad. Stay with the channel. My final story has to do with Kudus Mohammed, and his coach Ten Hag is hoping that the Ghanaian will live up to the expectation. He's satisfied with his performances so far. The Eredivisie season is about to begin, and the manager Erik Ten Hag is satisfied with the performance of the Ghanaian player and other new players in the preseason. He remains confident that the players will live up to their expectations. When the season begins today, that's on September 13th, Mohammed joined Chines from Nordsjælland in the transfer window. Ahead of today's Dutch Eredivisie opener against Sparta Rotterdam, Ten Hag is impressed with the new signings, Anthony and Mohammed. This is what he had to say about them. They certainly live up to expectation. They clearly show their potential. The pair already seem to feel at home at Ajax, he told Ajax NL. That speaks very much for the group of the players that they are open to new opportunities and new players, and they help. Sometimes there is also internal competition, but it is clear that they are well received and that there is a whole team around it. Now the Right to Dream Academy graduate could make his competitive debut for Ajax today. I'll be looking at that closely, following them closely, and see what happens on that front with Kudus Mohammed and his newfound team Ajax. So that has been it for today, bringing you what happened, explaining to you what happened between Dani Ceballos and Eddie Nketiah yesterday in the lead up to Arsenal's game versus Fulham in the Premier League opener between them and Fulham. Las Palmas are interested in signing one-away player of Fiorentina. His name is Kevin Prince Boateng, and Erik Ten Hag is optimistic that Kudus Mohammed will live up to the expectations. He has integrated well with the team, and he feels very confident that the Ghanaian will live up to his billing. So that has been it for today. Subscribe if you haven't, click on the notification bell. Let me know your thoughts in the comments box. And the Premier League is back. Football is back across Europe. We are back for a new season. What are expectations for the season ahead? Your thoughts in the comments box. I'll see you guys in the next one. Enjoy your day. Have a great weekend.